What's up guys, my name's Snoop. Today I got a brand new video for you guys. So today we're going to be trying to bring something here to the table, and what I want to be talking about is the new Xbox One Elite controller going to be the Scuf Killer. Now, the Scuf controller and the Xbox One Elite controller are very similar. They both have paddles on the back, remappable buttons, all these different things like interchangeable parts, things like that. But I'm here to try to discuss which one would be better, okay? So, first off, I'd just like to say that the Xbox One Elite controller is cheaper than the Scuf. So if you're trying to go on the cheaper route, then you kind of already know which one to get. Now, let's talk about the Xbox One controller. The Xbox One controller is fully customizable, besides the color parts. And you know how the Scuf does very well on the customization part of all this, and that is something that Microsoft did not do very well on it. But I can kind of understand why they didn't really take the time into doing the color options, mainly because it's more about the gaming experience. I mean, I would rather have my controller black and not customized and just have a really fun time with it instead of anything else. So I mean, yeah, so they didn't really add any customization in it. You guys know Scuf, you can customize everything, the colors, the thumbsticks, just everything you want, you can customize it. And you can even get your favorite team on your Scuf, like Face, Optic, TK, Denial, all those guys. So the customization parts are very good for the Scuf. So I'm gonna have to hand it to it on Scuf. So if you're looking for something that just represents you, or you're just trying to represent maybe your favorite team or something, then you would probably want to go with the Scuf controller. Now, moving and switching back over to the Xbox One Elite controller, the Xbox One Elite controller comes pre-installed with its own software for the remapping. And as you guys know, on Scuf, it's pretty hard with the remapping, because you have to have this magnetic key, and if you lose the key, well then that's it, you can't remap it, and the paddles always break off, and yeah, things like that. But when it comes to the Xbox One Elite controller, the paddles are made out of this aluminum type deal, so that they don't snap or anything, and instead of them breaking off your controller, they actually hold on by these strong magnets. So I mean, magnets that are strong enough to the point where you can take them off, but magnets that are strong enough that you can't just shake it and the magnets will fall off. And yeah, so let's also talk about the interchangeable parts. On the Xbox One Elite controller, the interchangeable parts are very good because, like I said, they're all magnetic. So you can just pull off the thumbstick, put on another thumbstick. For Scuf, like I said, it's a lot different. You have to have this wrench type key thing that'll come with it, and that's the only way that you can interchange the parts. And like I said, if you lose that key, then you are fresh out of luck. Now, another problem that we have with Scuf is different games. I know a lot of you guys might get a Scuf for games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, whatever. So you would get it for those type deals, and you have these buttons that are already preset on the back of the controller, so you can't really just change it on the fly. With the Xbox One Elite controller, in the software that will be already added onto your Xbox, you can just change it from game to game. And when I say game to game, I don't mean every time you go to a different game, you have to go back to the settings and flip this and flop that. You can actually have preset settings onto the game, so that way as soon as you launch the game, the controller will just switch over the settings, so you don't have to go through all the settings again. And that's really cool. That's something that Scuf should have done. But like I said, I understand. I feel like Scuf is more focused on their money and the sponsorship deals and their customization. They're more focused on that type of stuff. So for the Xbox One, they're really just kind of focused on the actual gaming experience. So let's talk about that swapping again. Let's say you're playing Halo, and let's say one of your paddles is jump and the other one is crouch. And then let's say you switch over to Forza. You won't have to go back into the settings and switch it, because it'll automatically just change over. So that button that used to be jump, maybe in Forza, that's the button that you use for drift. It changes over from the game that you go. And if you don't really want to go through all the settings and try to figure out what you want for different games, game developers are actually making presets for the game. So as soon as you launch it, you can already have a preset ready for you to go if you don't want to have to make up the settings. me personally, I would just go ahead and do the settings so you can get the best gameplay for your money. And like, but me personally, the Scuf is a very, 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 very good controller. But right now, as of right now, the Xbox One Elite controller is beating the Scuf because you're getting a whole lot of cool things. You know, it's not cheaply made, things like that, for way more money. And as you guys know, a lot of people are switching from Scuf over to Cinch because, like, if you guys notice, like some of the pro teams that used to be sponsored by Scuf are now on Cinch's team, mainly because their controllers, Cinch controllers, are more, you know, like high quality. They don't break as easy, and they don't use paddles. They use buttons on the back. And the Xbox One controller is kind of like paddles, but in reality, it's buttons too. It's just a longer button. And if you guys know, if you ever use a Scuf, you guys know how cheap those paddles are. And if you like maybe press the paddle too hard, it can snap off, break off, and then you just wasted $200 or so on a Scuf controller. Well, with the Xbox One controller, you know, if things happen or something breaks, which it really, honestly, it shouldn't, the more likely thing that'll happen is you'll like lose a paddle or something. But yeah, you can actually just go buy extra ones. So you can't really do that with Scuf. You can't just buy like extra paddles. Well, you can, but it's a big process that goes along with it. Right now, if you're looking for the best controller for the Xbox One, I would go ahead with the Microsoft Xbox One Elite controller because it's just it's winning. And now I'm not making this video to just sit up and bash on Scuf, but this is something that, you know, needs to be, you know, heard, because as we're all gamers here, we need to, you know, we need to like work together and figure out what is going to be the best product for us. And I'm just telling you guys, the Xbox One Elite controller is what you should go with. Now, I know most of you guys may still probably just go with the Scuf. I can understand that Scuf is a very, very good product, but you know, if you have the money to go spend on a Scuf, go ahead, do what you gotta do. But I'm gonna go with the Xbox One Elite controller because I'm getting a whole lot more for a cheaper price. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I made sense here. I'm trying to bring something else to the table. And yeah, either way guys, I'm Snoop and I'm out. Peace.